Welcome, everyone, to episode number 4, Wrestling with Comedy. I'm your host, The Real Deal, Joel Davis. Today's podcast is titled New Friends When You Become a Promoter in Stand-Up Comedy. But what is a friend? What is a real friend? What is a casual friend? What is a friend when you're down and out? What is a friend when you're not doing so good in life? If they're a friend at that time, that's a friend. Some friends just appear. They could be a friend that was never a friend. Somebody that might not really even like you. Might even talk some shit about you on more than one occasion. Might have been someone waiting to see you fail. Maybe one of your biggest fans, but they haven't started cheering yet. Those are so-called friends that contacted me immediately when Keeping It Real Comedy became public, starting in early 2025. When I got into comedy, I knew no one. No one did me any favors. I did it on my own. Now I'm 3 years in. Stand-up comedian. I've traveled, not only New England. I've also been out in Austin, Texas, and New York City. Also the state of Connecticut. And I'm getting new contacts and more experience every day. I'm trying to help others out along the way as a promoter. Stand-up comedian, promoter, and now I'm a podcaster. Learning all the time with the podcasting. Before we get into today's episode, I am working on bringing in some clips from YouTube and different graphics and extra to the podcast. With a future episode being lights, actually not lights, but fights, camera, and action. I have the information right here. I actually looked it up for the first time today, believe it or not, on Netflix. It came out January 7, 2025. I knew of it. I knew a lot about it. The documentary on Jerry Springer. I knew a lot about it because I was interviewed multiple times for that documentary. Wait till you hear behind the scenes. I have all the names. I wrote down all the names of everyone I spoke to on the phone and on Zoom. All the names match. In particular, the director. We're going to get into that when I get the YouTube going so we can show you a couple clips. Got a lot going on here, folks. If you want to hit the like and subscribe, I would love to see it. And if you have anything that you'd love to hear about, or you enjoy to hear, or you're interested in hearing, that's what I'm here to do, is to bring you entertainment and knowledge as best I can. Maybe give you a laugh on a day that you need a laugh, or a smile that you need to smile, or just like, are you shitting me when you hear what you hear? That's what the podcast's all about. Wrestling with Comedy. Future episode will be titled with Jerry Springer documentary that I never was acknowledged on, but contributed so much information to. That's the fact, Jack. So we are going to be doing lives. We are going to be adding video. I'm a one-man team, so to speak. One-man unit. Only 2 different individuals have offered any kind of help. I basically reached out to 8, 9, 10 different individuals. 2 of them have been some help, actually quite a bit of help, and I really appreciate what they've done. It's Mr. V, stand-up comedian, martial artist, and also Dan Badandi, professional wrestler and powerlifter champion. Thank you. But otherwise, I'm just doing everything else on my own, and these guys can't help me with everything, and I don't expect them to. So we're going to build the audience. We're getting great views. I'm very happy with the views that we're getting. But the likes and subscribes are going to help the podcast get along and move up quickly, bringing up guests, special episodes with video, even live streams. So any comments or anything you want to see or hear, please make a comment below on this episode number 4, new friends when you become a promoter as a stand-up comedian promoter. You get new friends. You get the gist of it. So the one email came in, and it was an email that came in from a new friend. A new friend. Ooh. So nice to me. Hey, Joel. Heard you're running shows in Rainham, Massachusetts. Well, I'm a local guy, and I'd love to get on one of those shows. I heard you give a little payday and the stage time and the photo. I heard all about it, and can you get me on the show? Yeah, man, I probably could have got you on maybe 2 or 3 shows. As some of the comedians, some comedians worked 2, 3, and there were, I believe, a couple comedians that worked 4 shows. They started early in the cycle when the show started in early June, and they went right through. They did. I know comedians that done at least 3 shows on those outdoor shows that we ran, the 13 shows we ran this past year in Rainham. So I definitely could have got them in 1, maybe more. I recognize the name right away. Yes, I remember you, my newfound friend. Oh, where you been? I miss you. Haven't heard back from you for over a year. It's been about a year, maybe almost 2 years, at least a year, maybe a year and a half at least. Haven't heard from you. I miss you. Where you been? Been waiting to hear back from you. When I asked you about the show that was in Taunton, Massachusetts, my home city, been waiting to hear back from you since you had that show. I offered you a video clip. Told you a little bit about myself. Told you that I was a Taunton, Massachusetts native. I'd love to plaster it on social media. Sell some tickets for the show. Get a shot to do some stage time in Taunton. 3 years in this comedy business, I've only been in Taunton, Massachusetts 1. That's right, 1 time. At the Taunton District Center, I headlined that show. That's the only opportunity I ever had. So I really wanted to get into Taunton because a lot of people know me in Taunton. And that's my home city. Still waiting for your email, brother. A year and a half ago, close to 2 years ago. Not even a response. You know, if you look at it, a response to me, when I think about it, I just pray, I say, "Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Could you have given me at least a message back and telling me that the show was full? Or maybe if there's another show? Or at least say you'd consider me, possibly? Or at least say, go fuck yourself." No response whatsoever. It was an email and a follow-up email. I missed you. I was waiting to hear back from you. I didn't expect it to be like that song by Lionel Richie, If You Had Called Me. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect you to call me and the phone would ring and I'd get on the phone and I'd hear, "I just called to say I love you." That's funny shit. Come on. That's funny shit. So, yeah, so this was a new friend. A little compliment here and there in the email, and, really wanting to get on the show and rein him. Yeah, you know what, man? It ain't going to happen, dude. It ain't going to happen. I'm not a politic guy. I'm not like, you don't have to kiss my ass to be on my shows. I don't want you to kiss my ass. I don't like that shit. Just want you to be authentic. Give it your all. Have a passion for stand-up comedy like I do. I love stand-up comedy. It's my life. It's my goal to continue, and I will. And I would have definitely put you on the Rainham shows. Maybe more than even one. But listen, if I look at it like this, if I put you on that show, I wouldn't be true to myself. Maybe you thought I forgot you. Dude, you got a name that you can't forget, man. You could have just at least answered me. Or maybe in the email had said, hey, I know you asked me about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, about getting on one of my shows right in your home city. And hey, Joel, I never got back to you, man. I just, I didn't get back to you. I talked to a couple other comedians that were on the show, or other comedians that worked with me, or other comedians that were friends of mine, and they told me, oh, don't put that guy on. Not Joel Davis. He's too controversial. That's probably what happened. Or maybe I don't know, maybe you just didn't want me on the show for whatever reason. Or maybe I was going to outshine some of your comedians, and maybe outshine you, dude. That's not what I'm about. I'm not looking to do that. I'm just looking to bring the best I can to the table. If you know me, or if you worked with me anywhere that I've been in the country so far, including all through New England, Connecticut, New York City, or Austin, Texas, and I've made some good friends in Austin, Texas. That's where I've made some good friends. If you know me, you know that I'm just all about just the show. I love seeing a great show. Everyone. All I would have done is brought it to the table, gave it 1,000%, pushed it out on social media, advertised everyone, not just myself, tried to sell some tickets, and gave it everything I had on that stage. And we could have built an association, and I could have been basically working with you. You could be working with me. You don't necessarily have to book me for me to book you. I mean, shit. Everyone that I've booked on my shows, I can't even really think of anyone, maybe one or two out of 30 that have booked any shows that had me on their shows. Not looking for a favor. I just think, you becoming all of a sudden a friend when you couldn't even answer me. That's what I'm talking about. Did you forget who you were emailing? The real deal, Joel Davis? You think I just made that name up the last couple of years? It was 1991, dude. 1991, thousands of people chanted. Most times it was only hundreds, but there was a few times I was in front of thousands of fans in professional wrestling. They would chant real deal. It was given to me by the fans and the promoters, and I lived the name. Not only in the ring, not only in the cage, not only in stand-up comedy, I live the name 24/7 in my regular personal life, the real deal. So I'm keeping it real, and I at least answered you. And I really didn't have any spots at the time. That's legit. It's like that song, Too Legit to Quit. I really didn't have any spots. So you weren't getting on, but there could have been a future show. But I'm all set, man. I'm not playing that phony shit. That phony fucking shit. phony game. Oh, yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, this guy's a great guy, man. He wants to get on my Rainham show. Come on in, man. Yeah, yeah. Nah, it's bullshit. And then, there was so many others that were, that I hadn't heard from, that I never really talked with. That would be, sending me an email, because I do most of my correspondence through emails. Unless someone's worked with me on one of my shows, then we get to the phone number, exchange. I use an email on all my promotion. For the promotion, Keeping It Real Comedy. But I noticed I had a lot of friends. Like, even again, we use friends very loosely here. Very, very loosely. At different shows that I'd be at. And then people just wouldn't give me the time of day. People that wouldn't even look at me twice or speak to me. Barely say hello. And some of them that wanted to get on the shows, they were trying to, basically, some of these comedians were coming in, they were trying to dictate to me how to run the shows. Listen, mofo, it's my show. I'm running the show the way I run the shows. And they've been very successful. I haven't had 100 shows, but I've had over 25 shows, but they've all been good quality shows. And I run them, and I put together something with the DJ, Robbie Janinski. We have intro music. It's not just, let's put this together real quick and see what we can do, sell a couple tickets, and everybody go out and kind of wing it and show up in your shots and, your wrinkled shirt and get up there and do 5 minutes of the material you've been doing 25 years. No. The shows have been creative. The shows have brought it to the table. Every show, even the clean shows that we've had out in Rainham, they've been quality shows. Great memories that we've all ended up getting through those shows. Some wonderful comedians that I've had. Every comedian that's worked with Keeping It Real Comedy, I like something about every one of them. And every one of them would be considered to come back. It's just that don't come in and think you're my best friend or a good friend of mine when you're really not. Don't make believe that you are. And then you disappear if there's no shows coming up. Then you disappear. But when the shows are going on, you're like right there. You're there. You want to talk about it. You want to talk about being on the shows, and the shows are great. And oh, Joel, you're doing a great job. And when's the next booking? Or put me on that show. Or make me the feature. Or make me the headliner. Make me the host. No. You don't tell me how you make what position you have, what spot you have. I'm the promoter. I'm the booker. I'm not new to the game. It's not my first rodeo. I've been around the block, man. I've been around the block many, many times. I'm not only street smart, I'm smart with life and business. I started in 1996, before some of you were born, in entertainment and booking and being a promoter. Come on in and do your thing, and you're going to be appreciated, and you're going to be, you're going to get noticed on social media because I'm going to push your photo. I'm going to talk you up. And we're going to have a great time. I've had comedians, like I had said in previous podcasts, that they had some of the best times on my shows, and that's a great compliment. That's the thing. So it's like new friends when you become a promoter. We use the term lightly. It's like a joke. It's like material for comedy. I have new friends. I mean, I had one comedian say to me, like in a roundabout way, and this will really shock you listeners and viewers on Wrestling with Comedy episode 4. You might be shocked when you hear this one. I have had comedians say to me, like almost in a roundabout way, pretty much a roundabout way, almost word to word, Joel, I'll be your friend as long as you're booking and promoting shows. Oh, well, thank you. That's nice of you. Well, what if I'm not a promoter and I'm just a podcaster and comedian? Would you be my friend still?
Absolutely not.
Of course, absolutely not. You wouldn't be my friend. You're just trying to get on the ride. It's like anything else. It's like when you're doing good in life, in general, even if it's in stand-up comedy or just in life at your workplace, everyone wants to hang with the people that are doing good. And then when you turn your back, they talk shit about you. Hey, listen, this you knew about the podcast when you heard that Joel Davis was becoming a podcaster and starting up this new podcast called, named, Wrestling with Comedy, combining my experiences, because I've been there, done that. Yeah, that's true. I've been there, done that. Professional wrestling for 18 years, stand-up comedy for 3 years, moving on up and promoting, but promoting for decades in entertainment. It's all similar. A lot of different experiences that I use to work my way up. Can't buy experience. That's one of the best sayings. Can't buy experience. So many stories, so much experience, hours and hours and hours and hours of just talking about the stand-up comedy part of being a promoter. There'll be multiple episodes on this podcast, Wrestling with Comedy, that will pertain to being a stand-up comedian promoter, stand-up comedy live, stand-up comedy promoter. And that's who I am. That's what I do. That's really what I do. I'm a promoter. But first and foremost, I'm a stand-up comedian. And now with this podcast, I can send out my voice and send some knowledge out. If you were wondering of any answers or questions, or if you were trying to figure out, what's being said or what's being thought, you don't have to guess it. I'm telling you the facts. I'm keeping it real. I always will. Huge shout out to people that I've known across the country, in Maryland, Los Angeles, California, and Austin, Texas. All 3 locations, I've had people reach out to me in the last week and tell me straight out in text messages and actually in phone conversations that they're so happy about this podcast and they're happy and they can see it moving up in the fast track. And it will, because there's nothing like it. And it will get bigger and bigger. I'm going to keep it real, like I always have. And we're just going to build it up. I can't wait for some of the exciting guests we have, not only in stand-up comedy, but also in professional wrestling, MMA, promoters, entertainers alike that will be coming in. We have some great guests, special guests, surprise guests, live streams. Please hit the like on this podcast. I appreciate it. I really do. Any comments or questions, feel free to leave them under this episode. If you want to subscribe, hey, I really, really appreciate it. I really do sincerely appreciate a subscribe. Wrestling with Comedy. We talked a little bit today about new friends when you become a stand-up comedian promoter. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I don't have any new friends as a promoter. Until next time, keep it real at all costs.